as you can see, the helping tradition in the Black family and community, which is the subject of most of what we're going to talk about today. So Elmer and I start out. What we found as we were looking at the Black traditions, and we were talking about the protest tradition, the religious tradition, the education tradition, the cultural tradition, and so forth, was that social scientists were saying we had no tradition. One of them, so-called scholar, said, according to noted social scientists, Black Americans have no history, no culture, and no traditions. Another one said that we had no pride of ancestry. Another one said that we had no intrapsychic defenses, no pride, no group solidarity, no tradition. And another one said that if we had traditions, if Blacks have a tradition, it is warped or pathological. It is warped or pathological. That's what they were saying. But Elmer and I did not set out, and we're not going to waste our time trying to deal with ridiculousness and nonsense. That wasn't what this was what this was about, and what it was about, and what it is about now. We're not dealing with and trying to defend ourselves, because if you how many people would be ripped from their homeland and find a way to adapt those traditions, find a way to survive in the brutality of slavery? That alone says that you have to have some kind of structure, some kind of something that you bring to this whole experience. So what we set out to do was to talk about the traditions. I mentioned a few, but like protest and so forth. Elmer and I chose to focus on the helping tradition. So what we said in defining the helping tradition was, despite the diversity of traditional African societies, one feature shared by nearly all of them was that life was organized around the family. Kinship bonds were so strong in traditional Africa that sometimes smaller family units, which social scientists would refer to as nuclear families, would become part of a larger extended family network. And the larger extended family network would often make up a clan, and several clans would make up the entire tribe or community. The traditional African kinship system was like a vast network stretching in every direction to embrace everybody in any given local group. We also, quoting Julius Nyerere, we say that in the traditional African family members lived together and worked together, and the result of their joint labor was the property of the family as a whole. The results of their joint effort were divided unequally between them, but according to well understood customs. And the division was always on the basis of the fact that every member of the family had to have enough to eat, some simple covering, and a place to sleep before any of them, even the head of the family, had anything extra. The family members thought of themselves as one, and all their language and behavior emphasized their unity. The basic goods of life were our food, our land, our cattle. Each member of the family recognized the place and rights of the other members, and although the rights varied according to sex, age, and even ability and character, there was a minimum below which no one could exist without disgrace to the whole family. So that sums up the African extended family.